Mother Road's been through a lot.
That's right. Absolutely. Right now, I think the wind's taking Route 66. And it's bringing those allergies. I know, I've been complaining about that all week long, but
you're not alone.
Rightfully so, yeah.
I go through like a sneezing attack 3 times a day, and I am taking those allergy meds. All right, enough about me. We're going to be talking about this wind because major changes are on the way right now. Want to show you, though, visually from our Raton camera where you can see that a little bit of moisture is moving into the state. So you can see the clouds gathering as we get into the afternoon, and in the distance you can see some, looks like some mountain snow. Also looks like some rain has just started here at the Raton Pass, and that's backed up by Doppler radar here. So the higher elevations getting some rain showers, or I should say some snow, but rain showers in those lower elevations. Now across eastern New Mexico, even though we are seeing green on the map from the Texas border all the way down to Socorro County, a lot of this isn't touching the ground, especially the further west you go, because it's just too dry here at the surface. We have some drier air. You can see it kind of depicted right there with this warm color. Same out there near Phoenix. That's really affecting the northwest part of the state, the Four Corners, if you will. That is where we're seeing the most dangerous temperatures in conjunction with these really low dew points. I mean, they're all below zero, and what this means is in terms of moisture in the atmosphere, there's really nothing to work with in terms of precipitation. So it's mostly northwestern New Mexico. You can see it's incredibly dry there in areas like Taos as well. So this is where we have some fire danger right now because of those wind speeds, up to 22 miles per hour in places like Grants, but it's really pretty windy all across the state. You can see right here 32 mile per hour gust for areas like Farmington. So tonight the cold front is going to continue to push across the state. It will make things a little bit cooler, but it's also going to pick up the canyon wind in a big way across central New Mexico. So we're looking at some wind gusts upwards of 35, even 40 miles per hour. The lows, not terribly cold, 20s and 30s across northern areas of the state. Down south, it's going to be mostly 40s with a few 30s in there. Obviously cooler in the mountains like Ruidoso, but the big picture continuing to show that the wind is going to be breezy through tomorrow. It should start to subside as we get toward the afternoon hours, but it's going to be mild. I'm calling for Friday, though, to be kind of a transition day. Pretty nice, dry and warm, but then by Saturday, the next system starts to move in. It looks like showers will start to develop, at least across western New Mexico. We're going to continue to see this fire threat across New Mexico as we get toward the next storm on Sunday. So a lot of wind moving out toward the east. We'll be seeing the moisture component moving in by Monday, and it's looking encouraging for areas like the northwest area of the state and the north central mountains. So more updates to come, but it looks like we're going to be kind of on the cool side across the southeast for tomorrow, a high of 62. We're looking at those temperatures getting all the way to the 70s by this weekend with more wind on the way. Across the southwest, it's going to be a dusty situation along I-10, so Deming and Lordsburg could be looking at lower visibilities, 59 in Silver City. Across the northwest for tomorrow, looking mostly at the 50s. A lot of sunshine. We're going to be seeing that continuing at least until Friday. And then next week for Farmington, looking promising in terms of a little bit of rain and snow. Across the North Mountains for tomorrow, I'm expecting mostly sunny conditions. Same story through Saturday. It's Sunday into the beginning and even middle of next week that we'll start to see some rain. Chances for Santa Fe. The Northeast into the East Mountains, mostly 50s. As I mentioned, it's going to be kind of a raucous and windy night across the metro starting as soon as around 8 o'clock. But as you can see here, it's going to be relatively mild. We're going to be calling for some upper 50s and 60s for the metro area. By this weekend, though, looking warmer and drier.
We may see some more windy days and higher fire danger coming up as we head into spring. When you look at the average wind speed for Albuquerque, the 4 biggest months kind of going into March, April, May, and June when we have the overall fastest wind speeds, not including the gusts. You see the average is about 10 miles per hour or so. So we are coming up in kind of the spring windy season. And as we look ahead, it could be fairly dry too. In the short term, we have very little rain in the forecast. Most of the state is going to be dry for the next 5 to 7 days, hardly anything falling from the clouds. And then as we get into into the spring months of March, April, and May, the longer range outlook from NOAA has a good chance of drier than usual conditions across New Mexico. That's all those reddish colors, and then also kind of a warming trend too, warmer than usual conditions because of La Nina around March, April, and May. So warm and dry could be the rules we head into spring, which could increase the fire danger. Of course, track it with us as we head into the spring months.